I combined the seemingly impossible. I can squat 155 kilograms whilst being able to do the full planche. Bench 148 whilst also doing the front lever, dipping 122, pulling 71, deadlifting above 160, and all of these different things without feeling overtrained at all. That's the biggest part. Because I see on the internet many people are actually trying to combine calisthenics with powerlifting, and they are like, this is so tough, I feel overtrained. One of my friends also, I'm feeling overtrained all of the time, what should I do? So in this video, I will show you the full in-depth system on how to design your own workout split so you can combine street lifting, powerlifting, and calisthenics in one simple, easy to follow workout program. And the best thing is, you don't even need to buy my program, because I will try to give you the best value that I can. So to make this easy to follow, I made it into like a 4-pillar process. And in every single one of them, I'm going to teach you how should your workout program look like. And at the end of the 4th step, you know exactly how you should design your own workout split. And then I'm also going to give you an example of my own specialized workout routine to achieve all of these goals, and also an example of a specific day in a week, how many sets, reps, rest breaks, all of these different things. So the first pillar is that you need to realize that you can't be the best in everything. That's why you need to really think about 2 exercises or 2 skills or whatever that we are going to be focusing on the most. Mine are the bench and the dip. Your can be the squat and the planche. Your can be the front lever and the deadlift, whatever. I have these 2. Those are my primary movements, the ones that I focus on the most. Then the secondary movements. For me, this is the muscle up, pull up, and the squat. I have 3. The best is to have just 2. 2, 2, and then tertiary. You should also have 2, but I have 3. And I have the full planche, full front lever, and the deadlift. And the primary exercises, you train them 3 times a week. On a primary day, secondary day, and a tertiary day. On primary days, the exercise, for example, for me, the bench, is the first one that I do in the workout, because that's when I have the most energy. All of this will make sense, I promise, once I give you the examples. And every session mostly includes 2 or maybe even 3 exercises. The first one that you do is mainly your primary movements, for example, the bench press. And the secondary is a less important movement. So one of the secondary movements that you have, for me, it is the squat. So I do like bench and squat, for example. For you, it's something different. Third pillar, one of the most important, this is the hack to prevent burnouts. It is periodization. That is that you prioritize your training into like periods, which are weeks, blocks, and cycles. And that is essentially that you train different rep ranges. So for example, week 1, you do 3 sets of 3. Week 2, you do 3 sets of 5, something like that. And you focus on some weeks more on hypertrophy and on the next weeks more on strength and CNS adaptation. This prevents plateauing. Plateauing is when you don't make more progress, and that's mostly because you don't vary the stimuli. You just do, for example, 3 sets of 3, 3 sets of 3, week by week, and you need to change it because your body is a annoying ass motherfucker and it is trying to adapt to everything you give it. So if you give it 3 sets of 3, it adapts in a month and then you plateau, because your body is designed to barely survive, not to thrive and hit PRs. That's something that humans are just not designed for. So your body is trying to adapt in a way that is sacrificing your progress. That's why you need to vary your stimuli. So now I'm going to teach you the weekly undulating periodization. This is a really complicated word. It doesn't need to be called like that. We can call it the Ian Bar-Siegel's slightly balding head or whatever. So let me give you an example. I have it written here. I'm going to also put it on the screen. This is a 4-week block. So you have a week, you have a block, which most of the time consists of 4 to 6 weeks. And then you have 3 or up to 6 blocks in one cycle. But you don't need to bother with this. I'm just going to teach you the simple tactics. In the first week, you do light RPE. Only RPE 6 to 7. And the focus on this workout is going to be hypertrophy. That's why the volume is the total amount of reps you do in a workout, and you do high volume. So up to 5 sets per your main movement of 8 to up to 12 or maybe even 15 reps. That's the rep range that you are going to be doing for your main movements, which is the bench, the dip, the full planche, all these different things. For the full planche and front lever, it's quite different, but you can check out this video if you want to know exactly about that. How to design workout splits for like static movements. What is really, really important to realize, it is that you are doing this. You have high volume, low intensity. And throughout these 4 weeks, you are doing this. You are lowering the volume and cranking up the intensity. So you again vary the stimuli, which is really, really important. In the second weeks, you train higher RPEs, 8 to even 9 RPE. And volume is a bit lower. It is 4 sets of 4 to 6 reps. It's on the higher part of CNS adaptation and strength training, but it's really, really good. Now, you have your peak week, the third week. This is something also called like the 2-set method. Like the guy, Ian Barsigli, you probably know him, the most famous calisthenics athlete, looked at a workout periodization course and he said, why don't you do peak week every week? That's certainly gonna work. That's certainly not gonna burn you out and cause you dangerous plateaus. So you do RPE 9 to 10, extremely high intensity, and the volume minimal. 2 sets or maybe 3 sets of 2 to 3 reps. So you see that how the volume is so low, but the RPE is so high. That's what you are going to do. And this is most focused on CNS adaptation. And now the 4th week, the deload week, is RPE 5 to 6 and then 10. You will realize why later. Whilst editing this video, I realized that this weekly undulating periodization that I used was from a course when I gave the example for just one exercise for the pull-ups. But when you are doing this for all of the movements, what you need to do is that this is supposed to take 5 weeks. So the beginning, what I explained, the beginning of the 4th week is going to be your entire 4th week. And the end of the 4th week is going to be your entire 5th week. That's what you need to realize. You will do, for the beginning of the week, really low RPEs, like RPE 5. Your workouts are just going to take half as much time. Because you also do low volume and low intensity. Both of them are low. Because you do RPE 6 or 5, and then volume again, 2 sets of 5. You increase the rep ranges just a bit. And you keep it really, really light. Like literally 5 reps in reserve. 12.
Slow. Wait for it. Rack.
What's my RIR on that, Mike?
12.
And then at the end of the week, when you are rested, recovered, you can try your 1 rep max. So, to recap, this is the volume, this is the intensity. You start up like this, then you go like this, and then again like this. Because you have your PR, that is minimal volume, because like 1 rep, and max intensity. And during this deload week phase, you recover. You literally have like a rest week almost, without losing any muscle, obviously, because you are training at least something. And then you are really, really like exhausted. Your CNS is burnt out from all of these RPE 9s and 10s. Then you repeat this all over again. You have week 1, which is really high volume, really low intensity. So your CNS rests. This is the secret cheat code. Now, it is also really, really important on top of these deload weeks, it is a need to maximize your recovery. Train hard, recover harder. I don't know who said that. So if you want to maximize your recovery, I don't have enough time to cover it over here. You can check out these 2 videos, which are like really, really old, but they are my 2 best videos about recovery. Now an example of how your workout split looks like. I already said previously that you should name, literally write down your primary, secondary, tertiary movements. The primary are the biggest focus, secondary focus, like that. Tertiary, you train them like once or maybe twice a week. But the general rule of thumb is that the primary movements, you train them 3 times, the secondary, you train them 2 times, and the tertiary, you train them once or maybe sometimes twice on some maybe deload weeks. So I also have the workout split written. This is my training split. This is a split that I optimized, but it's not my current split. It is a split that is 1 week old. because I'm always trying to be ahead of the curve and I'm not going to teach you my most advanced tactics on a YouTube video. That's what my paid product is for. Link in the description if you want to check it out. So Monday is MPDS, which is like muscle ups, pull-ups, dips and squats. I like to incorporate this because this is what you do in a competition. You do first the muscle ups, pull-ups, dips and squats. This is a really specific routine. I do primary muscle ups, secondary pull-ups, tertiary dips, and secondary squats. Then Tuesday, I do primary dips, secondary bench. That was yesterday. Then Wednesday, today I do primary pull-ups and secondary muscle ups. Then Thursday, I do SBD, squat, bench and deadlift. Primary squat, secondary bench, and like primary deadlift because I only have it like once in a week. Friday, I have planche and front lever. Saturday, I rest. And Sunday I have primary bench, tertiary dip. Now, how should a day in the workout split look like? This is my primary dips, tertiary bench workout. Dips, 3 sets of 3. I have a build-up, maintenance, and a reduction arrow. Oh, you don't know what arrows are or what arrows mean, so I'm not going to bother with that. But if you are a student from calisthenics school, you know that. Then I do 2 sets of 10 for a back off. So a back off is that you like reduce the RPE and you just pump out some reps, because doing just 3 sets of 3 isn't like a sufficient amount of volume. Obviously, I rotate the 3 sets of 3. Right now it's 3 sets of 3. Last week it was 3 sets of 5, something like, or 4 sets of 4 or something like that. Then I do my first support exercise, which is band dips. This is a specific support exercise because you have specific and non-specific support exercises. A specific support exercise is for dips, for example, the banded dips. It is that you do the exact same movement pattern, but it targets your weaknesses. My weakness is this part of the dip. I was dipping 125 yesterday and I almost did it. But the weakness is the top part. I couldn't just push it out. That's unfortunate. So I train that. And I do 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps. Then I do close grip decline bench press. No, close grip or close grip decline bench press of 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. After that, I do tricep extensions, 3 sets of 10, and then I do skull crushers, 2 sets of 8. And here is a screenshot of my workout routine. I have it over here. And if you want to learn how to design workout splits like this, like an absolute pro, plus you can ask me specific questions and design a workout routine with me guiding you through it and helping you, plus a course that is full in detail about training periodization and about workout split designing, you can check out Calisthenics School, link in the description. Bye, take care bro, you got this.